Salman, guys. That's a topic that I've had many discussions with Amachita, but I don't think I've ever done a video around. Is why do men have side chicks? Why do men have side chicks? It seems straightforward, like duh. Men are dogs. They just want to sleep around. No, I'm not saying why are men sleeping around. I'm saying why do they have side chicks? Instead of just finding that one girl, having sex with her tonight, don't speak to her again, someone else next week. Why do they have multiple relationships? Why is it that they've said, I've got a wife, this is my girlfriend on the side. These are my girlfriends on the side. I don't know if people are sitting and unpacking that. Why do you want to have another girlfriend? Why do you want to have another person to provide for? Another person that needs your time, another person that needs your resource. Being a man is an incredibly lonely journey. I've spoken about this ad nauseum. Many guys have. And it seems as if the older we get, the lonelier we become. We don't have real avenues or spaces for men to be open and vulnerable. We don't have any spaces where siyakwazi ukubhodla and actually take that thing out, that pain, that frustration. So a lot of the guys who are watching this, who might be in their early 20s, they're like, oh my God, I'm lonely. I might be in a room full of people and I still feel lonely. It's only going to get worse. If you don't actively and aggressively change your life, it's only going to get worse. You get married and people think until married it's so beautiful. No, once you become married and you become a husband, your main job is to provide. Your main job is to protect. So you spend a lot of time at work. You spend a lot of time sitting at your desk at the office, whatever the case may be. And when you get home, if you have family, you get home and you get into dad mode. And the same, I guess, with your partner. She's also at work. She's also in her, boss era, whatever the case may be, and she gets home, it's also about the kids. So even though it's a house that's full of people, you guys have your segmented role and you guys do. So you end up being so alone in those spaces. You end up being lost in your role. And there's no space for you to truly open up. There's no space for you to truly be vulnerable. There's no space for you to bodle and take out whatever frustrations, speak about truly how your day is, how you're feeling. Are you overwhelmed? Are you happy? No one goes and speaks to the father and says, Baba, are you truly happy? Baba, are you on the journey that you are meant to go on? Are you still on your path? No one speaks to Baba. No one speaks to the man, the husband in those senses. And if there's one thing that all men have, they have this yearning, this deep yearning of wanting to become a superhero. They want this deep yearning of wanting to become a hero, of wanting to be needed and appreciated. Men who are sitting at home doing absolutely nothing fall into depression. One of the main things to get them out of that space is when they feel needed and when they feel appreciated. Men want to be superheroes. It's just how we were built. It's like eagles want to fly, lions want to run and hunt. It's just who we are. And when you find yourself in that space where you are lonely and there's no one that hears you, and everything you do at home, when I wash the dishes, your wife says you're not washing the dishes right. When I don't wash the dishes, oh, look, you're not washing the dishes. Whatever. When I'm cooking, your food is not, it becomes that. And all of a sudden, you find someone else who doesn't have a person who helps them with the dishes, who doesn't have someone who helps them with the cars, who doesn't have someone help with the school fees or the rent or the groceries. All of a sudden, you become needed. All of a sudden, you become needed. From my experiences, and again, guys, I'm being vulnerable. I've made mistakes. When you become of a certain age and you start going, let's say you date a younger girl, let's say you date a girl who's 23, and she's never traveled. Oh my God, she's always looking, oh my, person, thank you so much, you take me here. Even Mr. Price, like I'm a part Mr. Price, she's so appreciative. You send her airtime, she's so appreciative, she's so grateful, and that feeds into that superhero, that feeds into shit, I'm feeling needed. in a relationship, people become accustomed to, they become used to it. They start expecting it. My partner was joking the other day. So we went to, there was a concert, Joburg Day, and I was like, okay, no, we're going. And she's like, okay, no, sharp. Obviously, we're going to be sitting in VIP, And I was like, oh, obviously, VIP. She's like, I now we sit in VIP, and she was joking. But the reality is, she's been with me enough now, for long enough now, to know, Guti, like, one, I can get those tickets, and two, not just the tickets, but the VIP access in those places. So she's now become accustomed to it. Before, she would be sitting outside, Mbadada. Now she's in the golden circle, So those type of things, women get used to it. Women get used to sitting on heated seats. Women get used to flying. Women get used to holidays. They get used to it. And after a while, it becomes an expectation. How last year we were flying to Japan and China. This year, we're just going to Cape Town. Yeah, understand. But when you have a new person who's never experienced that, you become a hero. You become, oh my God. And men who have been in long-term committed relationships, they still yearn for that. Oh my God, you're a hero. You're amazing. I know men who have side chicks that they don't sleep with. I know that's very difficult to wrap your head around. I know men who have side chicks that they do not sleep with. They just pay for their rares. They pay for their groceries. And guys that don't understand will be saying things like, oh, Lamajita, yo, mos. These guys are dumb. Why the hell would you do something like that? Because they know that they feel needed. The appreciation they get from those women, the fact that they are able to make those women happy. These guys have been in marriages for 20 years. They can't do anything right with their partners. They've bought their partners cars. They've bought their partners homes. They've made sure that they pay for the best private schools. They make sure they pay for medical aid. They buy groceries. They do everything. But for some reason, the expectation. Think about it like gym. Today I was bench pressing 5 kgs. Next week it's 10. Next year it's 50. Other year it's 100. The moment I start dropping and moving backwards, I'm a loser. If you're a woman and every year your partner's been taking me to France, Miami, London, whatever, and then all of a sudden this year he decides to take you to the Victoria Falls in Zambia, you're gonna be like, ugh. I can't literally go from Miami to Zimbabwe. Like, that's how they see it. So again, if I'm taking a lady who didn't have a good relationship, because it's not just young girls that become side chicks, it's young girls, it's women who have gotten to a point where they've had failure after failure after failure after failure, where they've realized, I need to appreciate a man. I need to appreciate the smallest things that he does and the biggest things that he does. Women that have failed in a lot of relationships, who have been divorced, talk to women that have divorced. Many of them are side chicks. Many of them are side chicks. Women who, baby mamas with deadbeat baby daddies. Those women make the best side chicks. Why? Because their deadbeat baby daddy doesn't help. All of a sudden, Figiano Pensin is with a couple of sweets, nama chips for the child. Her eyes light up because she's never had another man come into her life and actually show a real interest like that in her child. So then again, you feel needed as the guy. You feel like you are able to walk into a space and make people happy. Because when you're at home, if you come with sweets, you come there with my ghost pops, but it's my Doritos, La Blue. Like, all of those things, again, push men into spaces where they want to feel needed. Some men will go into like coaching and they'll start coaching sports, and the team that they feel needed and appreciated. Some men go into mentoring programs, and they feel like, but not all men have access to that. Sometimes men are just sitting at work, typing away. All of a sudden, there's an intern. All of a sudden, there's a McGoglings. I'm sitting there, I'm 35. There's a 42-year-old McGoglings who's been divorced, who's had her fair share of relationships, who's got 2 kids and is struggling. She starts chatting, hey, she's talking about the fact that she hasn't slept well because Imotiake has problems. She doesn't, and we're just having a conversation. We're just having an absolute honest conversation. She's telling me about her frustrations with it. Now she had to Uber her kids here. And then I was like, no, man, I can fix your car for you. And she's like, no, it's fine. I was like, no, pause your car. I go, I get the car fixed. I come back. I'm a hero. And she will make me feel like the hero. Next thing she'll be like, hey, can I cook for you? Can I make you what can I do for you? And then all of a sudden I feel heard, I feel seen, I feel need, feel appreciated. It speaks to the hero in me. Ladies, please, you guys who are in a relationship, it's almost like you need to constantly, much like us men, but you guys more, constantly be aware. Constantly be aware of the smallest things that he does and the biggest things that he does. If he's washing the dishes, even if there's 50,000 dishes, if he washes 3, at least appreciate the 3. Appreciate the 3. Because there are women out there who will appreciate the 3. If you need airtime, and the best he can do is give you 5 rand airtime, appreciate that. Because there's women who are sitting and praying for that 5 rand airtime. There's women who are sitting and praying. Guys, I've seen this time and time again with Osisbetu. Get used to comfort. I don't care. You could be driving a Lambo. You could have 10 helicopters. You could be flying her. You could be living on Mars. After a while, our sisters adjust. They climatize to the weather. And that's now the new norm. And they just want better. For the same happiness, they want more. You move backwards, you'll get it, fam. You'll get it. But anyway, that's just my view. Yes, for sisters in the comments. Yes, there's men who have subjects just to fuck. Yes. But again, guys can fuck without being having multiple relationships. Just needed to put that out there because with that being said, just drop comments about how you feel about this topic. It's a very, very sensitive topic for Amachita. And Amachita Maning know what I'm talking about, especially as they get older. They know exactly what I'm talking about and how they feel about these type of things. But just let me know in the comments. If you agree, if you disagree, if you've got your own little experiences, please share them. Share this video far and wide. I appreciate every share. Whenever I look at the analytics and I see the shares, I truly appreciate them. Guys, share any post go my Instagram, go my TikTok, my grouping, go my WhatsApp, whatever the case. Please share these videos. Share my yesterday's videos, my last week's videos, my share. Subscribe, hit that notification button. Have a fantastic day. Guys.